So welcome back to another Blunt Lab video, and today we're taking a look at my home security system. So I was asked by someone to make this video basically. So here we have the main part of it. This is a Hikvision DS-7308 DVR. It's a hybrid unit, so it can record IP cameras, it can record turbo HD cameras, which is like analog HD, and it can record just regular analog cameras. And this is a great unit for me because I do have a few analog cameras still that are slowly being phased out into IP cameras, so this is a good little system. Now, I'm mostly interested in IP cameras now, so as you can see we've got some IP cameras on here actually, and it's quite an easy interface to use. Just use the mouse, and let's bring up this camera. So this is a 2 megapixel dome camera on my front door, and that image is actually pretty damn good considering this monitor is not actually HD. So yeah, this isn't the best. This is just on so that I can see out the corner of my eye what's happening. I can see if a car is outside or a delivery driver. And yeah, and I've got some strange cameras, like this is a Bosch camera that is just pointed out a window and it looks like it needs pointing up a bit. Yeah, that doesn't really have a purpose other than it was just always there. And then we've got so many analog cameras here, like this one, which is absolutely awful, that image quality. It's got loads of interference on it as well. And then we actually have a PTZ camera on here, and this is actually using a BBV CTI plus interface box thing, so that it's doing up the coax even though this DVR doesn't support it. Yeah, we can actually see the IP camera there. So that's the 2 megapixel IP camera that was looking over here at that car park. Pretty good, right? Now let's see if I can get it to go to the preset. Yay, it wanted to work today. Sometimes it's a pain, as is most over the coax interface, but there's the IP camera it was looking at. That was installed recently. So that's the system. Let's go take a look at the actual cameras. So one of the first ones is actually in the same room as the DVR. It's this Raillink camera, which is truly garbage. When it goes day and night, this image vanishes for like a few seconds, which is annoying. The microphone on it is terrible. The web interface uses Adobe Flash. I mean, I can keep saying bad things about this Raillink all day, but I'm not going to. And here we have that Bosch camera. So this is a Bosch HD or other. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's a cheapish IP camera I got used. It's OnViv compatible, which is the main reason I bought it. It was the first camera I bought with OnViv, just to do some tests really, and I kind of like it. It's a decent little camera. It's looking out the window here, which you can't see. I don't know why you can't see that, but I can. It's a great view outside. I might be able to... There we go. You can kind of see that now. And that's what this camera sees. Pretty decent view. But it is only a 720p camera, so it doesn't get the best image quality out there. And it's also pointed a bit too far down. There we go. So yeah, the reason this was added is simply because I've always had a camera mount here for testing IP cameras and testing analog cameras back in the day, and it's a decent looking view out there, and we sometimes get some naughty characters at the end of this private lane, so this camera captures them. Doesn't really capture any details, but you can see sort of what they're doing, and the other cameras in the system will capture the details for like number plates and their faces if we need to. Here's a camera that I've pretty much just got in for testing. This is actually a 5 megapixel camera, so it's not like one of the fancy 8 megapixel cameras, but it's basically the same as the, what was it, the 2125 I reviewed? I think this is the 2155, and the only real difference I can see is obviously this has a sharper image quality, and this has lack of the dark fighter technology, which I really like on the 2 megapixel camera. But there you go. You can kind of see. There you go. It is the 2155 there. 5 megapixels. It's from 2017, so it's not that old. Decent little camera. And I should point out that pretty much all my IP cameras are powered with power over Ethernet, so just a single Ethernet wire. And it's powered up and everything, and you can probably see the green light in there. It's not really blinking because I don't have anything hooked up to this. I've just been using the web interface on it. But yeah, I really like these. These are from the Easy IP 3.0 range. These are really good cameras. This is the they're all H.265 and everything. Strangely, they reference PSIA on the box, but I'm pretty sure they don't have PSIA support in them. If they do, I'll be very impressed, because PSIA is quite old and horrible compared to ONVIF or ONVIV or however you're supposed to pronounce it. While I'm here, I've actually got the box for the big camera outside. It's a, what is the model on this bad boy? A 2622. There you go. This big bad boy, and inside we've got the box for the memory card that's inside it. It's a HSTF something 64 gig card. So that should get me a pretty decent amount of recording, because I only do recording on motion detection, both on the camera and on the recorders. That saves a lot of storage space. Down here will most likely be blurry, jerky image quality. Central, we have the PoE switch. This is a Cisco, I think it's a CE520 or something. So yeah, this is where all the IP cameras plug in. So we've got 2 IP cameras plugged in there. The DVR, NVR is plugged in there. There's that demo IP camera, and this orange one was going to the Raillink camera. So yeah, you can see all the lights blinking away there, except on the 5 megapixel one, because obviously I'm not really using it. So yeah, pretty sure one of these red ones is the car park, one of these red ones is the front door. Yeah, doesn't really matter. And if we actually move over here a bit further, the 24 volt AC power supply, which is powering the PTZ Dome and that other analog camera that's garbage. So yeah, this power supply has been on this wall for a very long time. I haven't even been inside it. It's probably full of bugs or mosquitoes or, I don't know, wasps, bees, I don't know. So I've actually managed to get a view from above with the 2 megapixel camera and the PTZ Dome on the corner. You probably can't hear me over the noises, but yeah, there's that 2 megapixel camera looking down there and the PTZ Dome. So this IP camera was actually originally another IP camera inside like an enclosure, which obviously wasn't best, so it's upgraded now. 2 megapixels, and the Dome camera, which is pretty damn old at this point, it's tired. And up there is the final, that is the 2 megapixel 2125 Hikvision camera. Beautiful little camera on that, and the image quality is absolutely fantastic. And it's a vandal resistant camera, which is good because it's quite low to the ground. I could probably touch that. And here we are from a different angle, looking at the 2 megapixel and the dome. So we do actually have another PTZ Dome, but it's not actually wired up, so that's something that we're going to work on. All the way down there on that pole. It's another one of them dedicated micros domes. They're quite decent. And here we are, back where we started, at the DVR. So yeah, you've seen all cameras in my system now, pretty much. It's not an amazing system. I've definitely got more cameras I want to install as a lorry goes by. The only reason I haven't installed more cameras is simply because, well, I've installed all the cameras I really easily can. To do any future cameras, I'm either going to have to do wireless links, or some strange extending of existing wiring to get the cameras to other places, because there's only 4 cameras on the house. As you can see, these are the 4 external cameras that are visible on the outside of the house, and they cover pretty much every angle possible. So any future cameras are going to have to go on our shed or our garage, and getting wiring there is just not that easy. The furthest camera away from this recorder is actually this front door camera, and I mean the shed's right next to that front door, so I could technically add a network switch or run 2 cameras down 1 network cable, because you can do that even with power over Ethernet, but it just doesn't sit right with me, that, so I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I definitely want to hook up that PTZ Dome, or at least I definitely want to hook up that PTZ Dome that you saw on the pole, because obviously more PTZs the better. I do like a good PTZ camera. I would also like to replace that aging PTZ camera that's actually on the screen right there, but while I can buy a replacement camera quite cheap, a Hikvision like 2 megapixel IP PTZ is ridiculously cheap. They're like £300 in the UK, which might sound expensive, but then you compare it to like one of them Pelco Spectras down there. That Spectra would probably cost a good part of £1,000 even right now. I don't know if they still sell them, but they might do. And £1,000 is a lot of money compared to £300, and the Spectra's not HD. So you can see why I like this Hikvision gear. It's cheap, it's quite decent. I've never had a problem with this system right here. It's worked flawlessly for me. As you can see, it is detecting a bit of random motion on this bottom camera. I don't know what it's seeing. I think it's actually just the wide dynamic range a bit freaking out a bit there. I think I might need to tune that a bit. The image keeps going brighter and darker. I think the sun's coming in and out. But look at that, that's a beautiful image, and there's birds flying about. I've only just installed this camera like a day or 2 ago, so I'm still tweaking all the settings on it. It's a decent little camera. My only complaint is this camera doesn't have the XIR infrared illuminators, which are 100% worth it. At night you only get a spotlight in the middle on this camera, which is annoying, but ultimately the camera was quite cheap for me to buy, so I'm just happy that the image quality is decent. And there you go. It's just triggered the motion again, but it's just the sun coming in and out. Strange. I need to set up better motion detection on that camera, but I haven't really had the time to sit down and do it. So yeah, that's my home system, Hikvision. Decent stuff, and I'm going to be doing some more videos on Hikvision. So like I say, I've got that 5 megapixel camera behind me to review, and I want to get some more cameras in anyway, because I need to build a pop-up system basically for my brother and my dad's. Like, they do a stall every year at a show, and they need CCTV there because they've had some expensive stuff stolen in the past, and I have a system for them, but it was an old 720p IP camera system. I want to upgrade them to a Hikvision using 1080p cameras, and probably doing the memory card inside the camera, because that's a decent little setup really. It means that you don't need a hard drive recording, which is good because they run it all on battery for a week, so I'm probably going to do some videos on that as well. So, I'll see you in the next video.